We're talking about the mysterious disappearance of DeWanna. Yes, that DeWanna, from a key game, the absolute lack of clarity from the Connecticut Sun, and how her cryptic and emotional activity on social media has only fueled the fire. Is there something going on behind the scenes? Are we witnessing a locker room issue? Or is this a personal matter that the franchise is trying to keep under wraps? Strap in, because we're going to break down everything we know, everything that's strangely missing, and what DeWanna's online behavior might be telling us. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the actual absence. On the night of what was supposed to be a high-stakes matchup for the Connecticut Sun, fans were stunned when DeWanna was not on the floor, not in warm-ups, and not even on the bench. In fact, she was nowhere to be seen. And more importantly, the Sun gave no concrete explanation, only offering a generic personal reasons excuse, without any detail. Now to be clear, yes, players are absolutely entitled to privacy, especially when it comes to personal or family matters. But the total silence surrounding a star player's unexpected absence, especially someone as essential as Bonner, naturally sparks curiosity, and for some fans, concern. This wasn't just any player taking a night off. This is the franchise's emotional leader, one of the WNBA's all-time greats, and someone who has poured everything into this season. That's why this felt off, and why fans began digging. So now let's talk about the timing, because that's where things really get suspicious. DeWanna was coming off a stretch of games where she had looked, let's be honest, a bit off. Not necessarily physically, but emotionally. Her body language on the court had changed. Several clips show her noticeably disengaged, walking away from huddles and looking frustrated, even during wins. Some even noted there was a visible lack of chemistry between Bonner and her teammates, most notably, her wife and son teammate, Alyssa Thomas. Yes, for those who don't know, Bonner and Thomas are not only teammates but also married. And recently, fans have speculated that things may not be all rosy between them. This is important, because when you combine a sudden mysterious absence with what looks like tension between two of the franchise's biggest names, well, things get murky real fast. But it gets stranger. Here's where this entire story takes a left turn, straight into social media drama. While the Connecticut Sun remained silent, Bonner's Instagram activity did the talking. First, Bonner wiped or archived several photos of her and Alyssa Thomas. For a couple that's been openly supportive of each other online, that sudden vanishing act spoke volumes to fans who had been following their story. Second, Bonner posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story just hours before the game, featuring a black background with white text that simply read, "Sometimes silence is louder than words." No context, no explanation, just that. And in case you think this was a coincidence, just days prior, she had also posted a quote about loyalty and betrayal. Again, no names, but fans connected the dots fast, especially given the rumors already swirling around tension with Alyssa Thomas. It didn't take long before WNBA Twitter and Reddit lit up like wildfire. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Is this just a personal issue? Or is something deeper going on inside the Connecticut Sun locker room? Let's talk locker room dynamics, because multiple sources, unofficial of course, have suggested that there's been rising friction within the Sun, especially between veteran leadership and younger players. Bonner, one of the most respected veterans in the league, reportedly hasn't been happy with how things are being run behind the scenes. Some speculate that there's a power imbalance, and that decisions are being made without Bonner's input, despite her leadership status. Others are saying the friction could be stemming from the pressure to perform. The Sun have been chasing that elusive title for years now, and with the talent they've got, it's championship or bust. That pressure can lead to short tempers, miscommunication, and a breakdown in relationships. And when two of your leaders are married, and possibly dealing with private issues off the court, yeah, that dynamic can spiral fast. Another strange element in all of this? The mainstream media has been dead silent. No ESPN reports. No WNBA press updates. Not even a mention from the league's official pages. That kind of silence almost feels intentional, as if something bigger is being hidden, or at least delicately handled to avoid public fallout. Meanwhile, fans are left in the dark and turning to social media detectives for answers. Reddit threads have exploded with theories. Everything from a possible breakup to mental health leave to even a request for a trade being secretly in the works. Now, of course, these are just theories. We don't know if any of them are true. But when you have a mystery absence, social media hints, and total silence from everyone involved, what else are fans supposed to do? Let's not forget who we're talking about here. DeWanna Bonner isn't just any player. She's a 5x All-Star, a 2-time champion, one of the most versatile forwards in WNBA history, and more importantly, she's been the heart and soul of this Connecticut Sun team. Her leadership, her veteran presence, and her emotional energy are irreplaceable. Losing her, even temporarily, hurts. The Sun looked visibly flat in the game she missed. No rhythm, no fire, no real identity. This team is built around Bonner and Thomas. And if their chemistry is off, or worse, if Bonner is checked out mentally or emotionally, the Sun's season could be in jeopardy. Now here's something that also needs to be said. If a male NBA star, say Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving, disappeared mysteriously from a game with cryptic social media activity, it would be front-page news. Every outlet would be covering it. Every show would be debating it. Questions would be flying left and right. But because this is the WNBA, and because it involves a sensitive situation between two players in a relationship, the coverage has been practically non-existent. That silence is deafening, and for some fans, it shows how the WNBA still has a long way to go when it comes to transparency, accountability, and communication with its fanbase. Because like it or not, fans care. They want to know what's going on. They invest emotionally in these players and these teams. So when something like this happens and no one offers any clarity, it breeds distrust and disengagement. So where do we go from here? Right now, none of these can be ruled out. The mystery continues, and every day without clarity just makes it stranger. Let's wrap up with some fan reactions, because the WNBA community has been loud, loyal, and passionate through all of this. One fan wrote, "I love Bonner and Thomas, but something is definitely going on. You don't just vanish and post cryptic quotes without a reason." Another commented, "If the Sun think they can just slide this under the rug, they're underestimating how invested fans are in these player stories. We notice everything, and maybe the most powerful one. This league is growing fast, but with growth comes accountability. We deserve transparency, even if it's just to say, 'She's okay.'" Powerful words, and they capture exactly what many WNBA fans are feeling right now. So, what do you think is really going on with DeWanna Bonner? Is this just a short break for personal reasons? Is there drama behind the scenes with Alyssa Thomas? Or are we witnessing the slow unraveling of something bigger in Connecticut? Let us know in the comments down below. Be respectful. This is a sensitive subject, but don't hold back your thoughts. We'll be reading every single one. If you found this breakdown insightful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives on WNBA drama.